So you picked up Pictomancer and you have no idea what's going on. Welcome to my happy little guide on helping you understand early game Pictomancer in no time at all. First off, let's organize our skill bar. Remember, you can change these around later to your preferences and style. Before you pause the copy, there's one big catch. These top 3 buttons that I have right here, these are actually not assignable because they're a different spell. It's not the same picture. So for example, this wing motif is actually this creature motif, and this hammer is actually this weapon, and starry sky is actually the landscape. So let me demonstrate. Let me go ahead and remove wing motif. Goodbye. All right, I'm gonna bring creature motif down and it's gonna change to wing motif. Yeah, interesting, huh? Let's take out hammer and put in weapon. Changes back to hammer, see? And starry sky motif, throw it away. And then bring in the landscape motif. And there we go. So now you can pause here and copy my hotbar just to get the hang of things. Let me read out the skills real quick. We have fire in red, blizzard in cyan, tempera coat, smudge, holy in white, Swiftcast, wing motif, hammer motif, starry sky motif, living muse, steel muse, scenic muse, Mog of the Ages, hammer stamp, and subtractive palette. Okay, so I have these spells separated into 3 categories. We have our standard combo area, which as of Dawntrail, instead of 1, 2, 3, it's now 1, 1, 1 and 2, 2, 2. They changed to the next spell for you, so it's really cool. And here I have my utility spells, and over here under the canvas, this is the funnest part of Pictomancer right here. This is what I like to call the drawing area. I have them organized top to bottom to correspond with the special canvas skill bar. So this little picture right here corresponds to this lane. This one corresponds to this lane, and this one corresponds to this lane. And remember, you can change all these spells later once you figure out the flow of things, okay? So they consist of motif and muse spells. You're going to hear a lot of these terms from your friends in chat. It gets confusing if you don't know what they're talking about, but this is what motifs and muses are. So usually we would start with our basic combo introduction over here, right? But Pictomancer is unique. So we're going to start with our drawing area. I have these skills set up where it correlates with the canvas above it. Think of this like lane 1, lane 2, and lane 3. Okay, these all connect to each other, okay? Well, not all 3, but each lane. So before we get into the full rotation of things, I want to point out that this first lane is a bit more special than the other 2 lanes. That's why you see this little box above it. So let's just demonstrate. Before you go into combat, you can cast any of these motifs instantly. But once you're in combat, you spend like 3 seconds casting it. So before combat, let's go ahead and cast this, right? So when you have this painted, this button is going to be lit up, ready to go. It has 2 charges. So let's demonstrate. We're going to click 1 charge, right? The third one hasn't lit up yet, okay? It has to be drawn again because now that little palm head has moved up 1. So we're going to draw the next painting. So now there's wings, okay? Let's cast our wings. So now the little Moogle is up here singing. He's ready to go crazy and blow something up. That's why the third button is now lit up. So after you cast that one, you're going to click Mog of the Ages, which is a very strong spell. Okay. So you see how this is at 0? That means you can't click it right now. But now it's 1. So because it's 1, let's cast Pom Motif again, and then bam. So because it's at 0, we're kind of stuck right now. So we can come back to it once it loops around and gets us a charge. Sounds easy, right? So that's the only thing unique about this lane. You're waiting for that little Moogle to come up. So if I cast Wing Motif again to draw this picture, you see how I can't click this one because I don't have a charge. So the Moogle is gonna have to unfortunately wait. He's about to come back. Let's click that, and hey, Moogle's back out. So after you cast Mog of the Ages, he disappears, and you have to start over. So that's the important thing about that lane. Let's talk about the other 2 lanes. We have the Weapon Motif lane, and we have the Starry Sky lane. Think of the Weapon Motif lane, the hammer lane, as more damage, right? And the Starry Sky lane, the landscape lane, is it's a buff. It's a 120-second buff. This one will take forever to come back, but it's one of your strongest support spells. What it does, it gives you a lot of buffs, kind of like making your tier 1 combo turn into a tier 2 combo, and gives you a free cast of Subtractive Pallete, and we'll get into that. So let's get straight into the hammer lane. In order to cast Striking Muse, we have to be in combat. That goes with Starry Muse also. So let's go ahead and start combat with Pom Muse. Let's click that, and Striking Muse is up. So let's go ahead and hit Striking Muse, and it's going to open up Hammer Stamp, and we can cast this 3 times. It does 3 hammer attacks, and you can do it from range also. So that's our hammer lane. Let's talk about the Starry Muse lane. This is our buff. So let's go ahead and click this. It's going to cast a huge circle on the ground. This circle will buff you and everybody else. It basically makes your entry spells really fast. So let's click Subtractive Pallete. It's going to give you a free cast. You always get a free cast with Muse, Scenic Muse. And you're going to open up tier 2 combos on the left side. So let's go ahead and hit 2, 2, and 2. And it's going to kick you back to tier 1 after you cast 3 times. So that's the basic of the drawing side. So this last skill I want to get into, or last 2 skills, is Holy and White, and with a side of Subtractive Pallete. I want to talk about this skill thing. So every time you cast these beginner spells, like your entry level combo 111, you're gonna get a dot, and you're gonna get more palette points, like these color points. So this button Holy and White will light up, and you can cast it, and it'll subtract 1 white dot. So you want to weave these in the middle of combos. Just find a place that, you know, feels comfortable, and then just weave it in. So I can actually just press 1, and then Holy and White, 1, and then Holy and White, kind of like that, or in between your drawing stuff too. And Subtractive Pallete, which is this colorful thing. Once you get 50 points, you can click Subtractive Pallete, which unlocks your tier 2 spells. You always want to prioritize this too. If Subtractive Pallete is up, go ahead and use it. See, I can have another cast since I have 50 more. Let's go ahead and hit it, and then 2, 2, 2. Because once Subtractive Pallete is used up, you're going to get kicked back to your tier 1 spells. That's it. Alright. Also, one last spell I want to talk about that you're really not used to using that much except your healer. Except if your healer is Swiftcast. So Swiftcast can be used to draw one of your motifs really fast. Because if you draw inside combat, it takes 4 seconds. But usually, I like to finish using hammers. After my 3rd hammer, I like to go into Swiftcast, and I draw the Pom Motif, go down this lane, and then go back to our standard combo. Alright, let's go ahead and get to into the flow of a pool, right? So let's go ahead and pre-paint our canvases. Normally I would cast something long, but just for the sake of this demonstration, let's get straight into it. We're gonna Pom Muse and go straight over to Starry, striking and then Starry. And let's hammer, weave in palette, hammer, hammer, and we're gonna Swiftcast into wing, and then Maga the Ages. And let's get into our basic combo. Go ahead and cast it 5 times. After that, we have to go back to the level 1. We can cast it one more time if we want. Let's go ahead and cast hammer into striking muse, and let's hammer 3 times. Okay. We can cast 1. Let's weave in holy and white because we have charges. And here's the fun part. You see how Living Muse has 1 charge? It's okay if it keeps going, you know? Just don't let it sit at 2. Okay. You know what? I feel like casting wing right now. So let's go ahead and we can do hammer. Let's do hammer this time. Okay, let's do Pom. We can swift into wing, cast it. See, another one. We can cast Maga the Ages, and then back to our 1, 2, 3 combo. So basically, we can let Living Muse, like Pom, charge back up 2 charges before we go crazy with it. White, so we don't cap. Let's go standard combo. Standard combo. A subtractive is up. Let's put that. Hammer is about to come back up. So let's charge up hammer. We could draw Pom too. And we could draw Starry also. Starry is almost up. So let's draw Starry. I'm gonna cast 1 attack spell. Alright, let's do our big combo now. Okay, hammer. 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 And then we can just standard combo. 1, 1, 1, subtractive, 2, 2, 2. See, we don't need to do anything over here on the right side, so we can just cast our 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, and make sure you weave in your holy and whites, and hit your subtractives when you can. Hammer is coming up in like 15 seconds, so you know, I'm paying attention to that. I feel like it's time to click it. Might be a little early, so I can cast something else. Let's cast 1. Alright, hammer is now up. Click hammer and just hammer 3 times. See, so that's basically the flow. The priority is the right side, the drawing canvas, and then you just pretty much fill with your 1, 1, 1, 1 or 2, 2, 2. And you know, here's the thing also. You're playing a caster class, so it's not like you can stand in one place the entire time. So you're gonna have to balance moving around and finding time, 3 seconds to draw a whole spell. And that's where these utility spells come into play also. You have Temper Coat, you have Smudge, and you have Swiftcast. So with Smudge, you can reposition yourself. So let's say I'm drawing something and something is about to blow up under my feet, right? But I have like 1 second left. So I can click that and I can smudge out. And then boom, I'm safe, you know? And you run really fast too, once you unlock it. So that's one utility spell. The other one is Temper Coat. You can actually put a little shield over yourself to absorb some damage. So if there's like a raid wide and you know you want to mitigate some damage, you'll just hit Temper Coat. Or if you want to be greedy and keep drawing, the healers won't like you, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, that's what these 2 utility spells are for. Also, you know, I took out the AoE spells just for the simplicity of the skill bar. Let's go ahead and put them in. The first one is Fire 2 in red. I just put it right under here. And Blizzard 2 in cyan, this one. So yeah, when you're in a dungeon, you're pretty much using the bottom one, which does AoE damage. It's a mirror of the top, like the single targets. They're practically the same thing. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for beginner Picto. I hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe if you liked the video, if it helped. Give me some comments, give me some tips. This is my second video. It's not meant to be like a perfect, you know, high orange parse rotation. It's for people who just pick up the job and they kind of want to know what's going on. I'm so confused. So I hope this video helped. If it did, let me know and give me some inspiration to make more videos in the future. Right. Thank you so much, guys. Remember, there's no mistakes, guys, in this rotation. Just happy little accidents. And you know, just play how you want. You can do anything you want, guys. This is your world. Just play it in any style you want. The thing with Pictomancer is it's a very flexible class. Like if you want to be over here playing with the drawing board, you can, or you can just be casting these spells. Just play it however you want. Just make sure to prioritize the drawing board a little more. But yeah, so from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting and bless all Namazu, my friend. Goodbye.